What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W, and today we're going to be tackling question 2 of the Grade 3 Mathematics released items that North Carolina gave us this past school year. We're being asked to find which figure shows a shaded amount that is equivalent to the fraction 2/6, and each of our answer choices are a circle that's divided up into some sections, and some are shaded in, some aren't. So what we're going to need to know in order to do really well on this question and questions like it are the basics of fractions and then what it means for two fractions to be equivalent. Alright, so the most important of these is what equivalent means. The basic definition of equivalent is that we use different numbers but they mean the same thing. So if I were to write 2 plus 5 and 3 plus 4, both of these equal 7. So we would say that these expressions are equivalent because they all mean the same number, 7, 7, 7, and 7, even though I'm using different numbers to explain each of them. And when we talk about equivalent fractions, we're seeing if these two numbers, our numerator and denominator, match up and tell the same number, give us the same part of the circle as any of our answer choices here. So if we're going to go ahead and figure all this out, choice A, I'm going to go ahead and put my shaded sections in the numerator and then my total sections in my denominator. So shaded is going on the top, the total pieces is going on the bottom there. So this is going to be 1/3. This one I'll go ahead and do as I've got 2 shaded out of 8 total. For this one, I've got 3 shaded out of 6 total. And then for this one, choice D, I've got 2 shaded out of 3 total. Now, for a question like this, I think it's going to really help us if we decide to go ahead and draw a picture of 2/6. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Here's my circle. Poorly drawn, but then again, that's everything I do. I split it up into my 6 sections, and I color in 2 of them. Now, if I had to pick which one this looked most like, I would go with the 1/3. But I like to use numbers in addition to pictures, so I'll go ahead and actually say how this works. 1/3 and 2/6 are actually related. These are actually equivalent. Because if I take both of my numbers, my numerator and denominator, and I multiply them both by 2, 1 times 2 gives me 2, 3 times 2 gives me 6. This is one test for equivalent fractions. If I can multiply or divide numbers by the same thing in the numerator on the top and then the denominator on the bottom, then I know I'm going to get equivalent fractions. So I've done that here. I know that 2/6 matches up exactly with 1/3, and that tells me that my answer is choice A.